Hello everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. If you are seeing this beautiful face for the first time, this is Chisom Chukuma and this is my YouTube channel. Welcome. I hope you have a good and nice time. And yeah, in today's video, I want to talk about something that's been on my mind for some time now, adulthood. Specifically, I want to talk about how we just go into adulthood without anything preparing us for it. So nobody prepares you for adulthood. They just tell you, okay, when you are done with secondary school, the next thing is go to university. You just learn on the job. Nobody, nothing prepares you for adulthood. Nothing prepares you for your work with God, faith. Nothing. Okay, yeah, I was having this conversation with one of my childhood friends last week, and she just asked me how I am and how is everything going. And we just started talking about how nothing prepares you for adulthood and how life is just learning on the job. Like you are learning on the job. Nothing prepares you for how to deal with relationships, with family. Nothing prepares you for finance. How do you save? How do you budget? Nothing prepares you for your relationship with God. Nothing prepares you for how to deal with conflict. Nothing prepares you for anything. Like you just learn and learn. And then if you're somebody that wants to continue to learn and improve yourself, that's how you just grow. But if you now say you don't want to learn, you just want to be stagnant, that's how you just be stagnant. And there's nothing moving because you're not like improving yourself. So that conversation helped me really get into myself and start thinking, how do you get like how how is it that nothing prepares us for adulthood? You get, there's no like teaching or okay, this is how you do, this is how you do. You are just there. Somebody like you're just like a lamb led to the slaughter. Do you get? And then do you know I've not even seen half of my adulthood. In short, what is half? I've not even seen quarter of my adulthood, and I'm already. Whew, yeah, but we are trying though. So one of the points now is the expectations versus like the reality. Now, when I was a kid, I looked forward to dressing like an adult, um, being that big girl in quotes. That's why they call you big girl, like a compliment when you're a child. You get, and it was just dreamland of a lot of possibilities. I can now go out on my own, a lot of things. So everybody expects you to have everything figured out. Everybody expects you to have money, to have like everything just figured out. Let your life just be moving as it's supposed to move. And so sometimes I just think, can I be a child again? Can I be a small girl again? But yeah, I'm just consoled by what I tell myself. I tell myself that it's okay to feel lost sometimes. It's okay to feel stagnant sometimes, but just um just take things one step at a time. Don't rush it. Don't compare your like you know that one, that thief, comparison. Comparison is the thief of joy. Like when you now start comparing yourself with your age mate, are like, oh, my age mate has this and this and this. My love, everybody has their different parts in this life. Your name is Chisom for a reason. That person's name might be another thing, but your name is very different from that. Even if you are bearing the same name, your paths are different. Your paths are different. So don't compare yourself with another person. Just take life one step at a time. That's what I will always tell myself anytime I see myself in that situation. So I'm telling you, I'm telling myself that okay, yes, you expected that by this age you should do this, and that's why I don't even put timeline. That one again, putting timeline on putting timeline on your goal. Okay, saying, oh, before 25 I must be married. Eh? Don't do that. Because when you get to 25 and you're not married, you feel like a failure. You feel like your life has come to an end. So don't put those kind of timelines and say, oh, by this age, I should have done this. By this age, I should have done this. No. Just move at your pace and just be happy. If it comes, it comes. If it doesn't come, it doesn't come. You know that it will still come. You know that the line is moving. When people get things that I want to get, I say, yeah, the line is moving. Congrats, the line is moving. I'm happy for you. As you have won, means that the line is moving. That means I'll very soon I will win. Do you get? Just be yourself. Know that it's like you are in that path. You are in the path that God has called you to be, and then He has equipped you for it, and you are going to win at the end of it. Yeah. There's another part of adulthood that it's very, very dicey, and that's relationships. Now, when I say relationship, I don't mean romantic relationships only. I mean all sphere of relationship. Now, your relationship with your parents, your relationship with your siblings, your relationship with your co-workers, your relationship with your roommates, your relationship with your friends, and then yeah, romantic relationship. Now, nobody prepares you for what you see in relationships. Nobody prepares you for it. Now, one of the things that influences relationship is how you grew up, the kind of home you grew up in, the kind of family you grew up in. That is one of the things that influences relationships. So nobody prepares you for conflict resolution. Now, see, there's something about when I went to school. So when I went to school, I found out that my way of resolving conflict was bottling things up. So when somebody annoys me, I just keep it here. I don't see anything about it. Then they annoy me. I keep it here. Then they annoy me. I keep it here. Then the small thing somebody will now do to me, that smallest thing they'll now do to me. I now realize that I will just flare up. Then they'll be like, oh, it's not that deep. And I'm like, yes, it's that deep. Then I'll start going back to everything that they have done to me from the beginning. Those things have been bottling up and I'll bring it out. Then somebody told me, I love you, baby, if you remember. Somebody that told me, Chisom, this is it. Don't you bottle things up, don't bottle. And I love people that tell me the truth, even if sometimes it hurts. Yeah, so she told me, you bottle things up. It's not good for you. When somebody vexes you, when somebody makes you angry, say it immediately. Treat that person's fuck up immediately. Like treat it immediately. Don't wait. Don't bottle things up. Don't put it together. And when I learned that, like I can tell you that I've been very, very like the way I now resolve conflict has changed. In short, when I went to school and I came back, the way I resolve conflict has changed totally. Like I'm no longer somebody that bottles things up and say, okay, I'm going to keep it, I'm going to keep it, I'm going to no, no, no. Once somebody does something, I now face it head on. Again, I realized that I was so afraid of conflict, like this resolution. Like I was so afraid of fighting with anybody. I was so afraid of it. Like, why would I be afraid of? Because sometimes you need to fight with some people. Like you need to not fight per se, but you need to do that. You need to pass through those conflicts so that because when you say you want peace, you want peace, you want peace. Sometimes it's not really peace. It's just that somebody just kept quiet and they're just taking it in and taking it in. And it's not good because when it's going to come out, it's going to come out very bad. So sometimes it's good to have some certain conflict. And again, there are some people in their houses that they insult them. You are mad, you are stupid, you are no, 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 no. When you go out, when you now you see that it's not a good thing. No. Insulting somebody saying you are mad, you are stupid. It's not a good thing. And then that's where you now start unlearning, relearning. You now start unlearning the patterns, you now start relearning. You get. So that's one thing about like navigating relationships. You know that okay, there are a lot of things that has to do with relationship. Like relationship is a very, very important and integral part of our lives. We have to relate with others to live this life. I don't know if you understand. We have to relate with others to live this life. So when we now look at everything, we see that there are a lot of things that we have to learn so as to improve the way we relate with other people. When you look at how you set boundaries, some of us don't even know how to. set boundaries, because boundary is also very important part of relationship. Okay, these are the things I don't want, these are the things I want, and then everything everybody will say, okay, since you don't like this thing, I will not do it. Since you like this, I will do it for you. Do you get? So those things are boundaries. I don't like this thing, and then do people respect your boundaries? Do you respect other people's boundaries? These are the things I realized as I moved on in life, and as I'm moving on in life. Boundaries is a very important part of your relationship with people. Also, communication. Like, how do you communicate what you feel inside? When you're resolving conflict, how do you communicate what? Yes, they might be hot and everything, but do you say it in a very good way, or do you say it in a bad way? Or say you want to be blunt and you just say it in a bad way? So there are a lot of things I learned as I was navigating relationship, a lot of things I've learned. Do you reciprocate? When people show you love, do you reciprocate? Do you get, like, a lot of things? Okay, when it comes to female, and then yeah, there's something about um adulthood that they say, hey, you don't need friends. You don't need friends anyway, but I need friends. Like, the best relationship I've had with people is relationship with girls. That's the best relationship I've had with people. My relationship with my female friends. Sure, they are the best. They are people that have moved me, that have made me like who I am today. They have moved me from where I was to where I am now. There are people that have spurred me to do things that I didn't know I would do normally. So that's why I love my female friends. Like, I invest a lot in female friendships. I love it. Like, I just look at people that tell me, hey, females are bad, they are this, they are that. I'm like, I can't relate. Because tell me why. Okay, one thing I even ask myself is, the level of commitment you put in romantic relationships, do you put it in your female friends? What's the answer? Okay. The level of commitment, the level of, when you say you want to communicate with people, when you say you want to communicate with people, I'm communicating with my, we have to communicate because it keeps the relationship. Do you also communicate in your female friendship? Do you buy your female friends gifts? Do you remember their birthdays? Do you call them by 12 to say happy birthday? Do you give them gifts? Do you go out with them? Do you spend time with them? How do you expect that relationship is going to last? So that's the thing. Now, I've said a lot of things, but yeah, it's still part of the video. It's still part of the video. Tell me why people invest so much in romantic relationships and forget that their female friends are very important in their life. Yeah. So also your relationship with your co-workers, there should be boundaries. So at the end of the day, also remember your relationship with yourself and your relationship with God. Yes. Your relationship with God. How do you work with God? Do you forget God? God is also part of people we are supposed to be talking about. Your relationship with God. Do you pray? How often do you pray? Do you pray in the morning? Do you pray in the night? Or you just leave it whenever whenever problem comes? That's when you now remember that, oh, there's one God that is somewhere that's going to answer your prayer. So that's just it. That's just it. So in everything, you just look at your relationship with yourself too. Do you talk to yourself with love? Do you talk to yourself with affection? Do you talk to yourself like somebody that you love? Do you like yourself? Do you give gifts to yourself? Now, as I said before, what is your relationship with yourself like? How do you take care of yourself? How do you love upon yourself? Now, when we talk about self care and mental health, it's easier said than done. Oh, self care. When last do you take care of yourself? Emotionally, physically, and otherwise. When I look at it, I'm like, self care. There's always videos on TikTok and YouTube telling you take care of yourself and everything. But it's easier said than done. Especially when you have a lot of work to do, you just have just one day off. You just have 2 days of work, and then what do you do? So when I look at that situation, I tell myself that, okay, Take care of yourself. Love upon yourself. I talk to myself, yeah. So I tell myself, oh, take care of yourself. You have to fill your cup first before you fill the cup up. It should be the overflow that goes to other people. I don't know if you understand. When you are filling your cup, fill your cup to the brim. It should be the overflow that goes to other people. Don't give people all your cup. Don't give people your wine, everything. And then, because it's when you take care of yourself that you can be able to take care of other people. It's when you take care of love upon yourself that you can be able to love other people. You know, in the Bible said, love your neighbor as you love yourself. So, if you don't love yourself, how are you going to love your neighbor? So that's the thing. Self care, take care of yourself, love upon yourself, make sure that you're happy. And then it's not easy, it's easier said than done. So, your mental health, depression is real, it is very real. So, what are you telling yourself? What is that love that you're giving yourself mentally? You're saying, okay, I love you so much. Do you tell yourself that you love yourself? Do you accept, do you know the emotions that you feel at every time? Do you know your emotions? Can you be able to know, okay, this is what I'm feeling anger at this time, I'm feeling sad at this time, I'm feeling happy at this time, I'm feeling, what are your emotions? Name them. I'm feeling envious at this time, I'm feeling jealous at this time. And when you know your emotions, that's when you will not be able to what, to now deal with them. But when you don't know your emotions, you're just there, it's just there like that. So mental health is a very, very, very vast topic on its own. But just take care of yourself, love yourself. Yeah, I love you. Today, look at your relationship with yourself, your relationship with God, your relationship with your friends, your relationship with your family. Family is very, very, very important in your life. What is your relationship with them? What's your relationship with yourself? So when we look at it, we are just, when I look at it, I just tell myself that I'm trying my best. So try your best. Just do your best and leave the rest for God. Know that you are trying your best. Just do the important things that you have to do. When you know the right thing to do in your relationships, do them. Do them. So yeah. When you know what you like when you know what you would love somebody to do for you, do it for the next person. When you know that, oh, you love somebody to give you gifts, you love somebody to appreciate you, you love somebody to reciprocate the love that you give out, do the same thing, and you will see that somehow the love you give out comes back to you a thousand folds. So yeah, another very important part of our lives as adults is your finance and your career, because you need it to make money. Yeah, you need it to make money. You need it to, because you need money to eat. You need money to buy a lot of things that you need for yourself. So when I look at least when we were small, we were like, I want to be a doctor, I want to be a lawyer, I want to be this and that. You need to work to make money. And if you don't work, adulthood that is so funny, or that is very, very, it's a very important topic, because okay, so another thing in adulthood that is very, very important is your finance and your career. Because at the end of the day, when we were small, we were like, I want to be a doctor, I want to be a lawyer, I want to be a this, I want to be a that. Do you know why? Because you have to work to make money. That's why. Because you have to also use that money to take care of yourself. That's why. Now, see a situation whereby you don't even know, like nobody taught you how to save, nobody taught you what budgeting is, nobody taught you what investing is, nobody taught you how to use your money, nobody taught you how to cut your coat according to your size or your cloth. Is always teach yourself, because nobody is going to teach you. Like, search for it, browse. Another thing in adulthood that nobody prepares you for is your finance and your career. Now, this is very, very integral part of your life, because if you don't if you don't know your onion in this aspect of your life, you're going to be poor. Nobody wants to be poor. We all said we are going to be rich. So how are we going to do it? What are we going to do? Nobody teaches you about saving. Okay, yes, they say you should save, but are you going to save? Where are you going to save? Nobody teaches you about investing. Nobody teaches you about um, budgeting. You're just there like that. And then the first time you now start earning, you don't know what to do. Just okay, just spend. They just tell you that okay, 10% of your salary should be given as tithe to God. And the other ones you don't know how to do it. And you're just there. That's why it's very, very good to also look for ways to improve yourself, learn about what am I going to do, what am I not going to do, where am I going to go from here. And so when the first time I ever made money, in short, before I even made money, as far as I got my job, the first thing I did was learn about budgeting. So there are a lot of topics on budgeting. Just check on YouTube, you're going to see it. But I learned about this 50-30-20 style of budgeting, where you budget 50% of your salary on 50% of your salary on your needs, 30% of your salary on your wants, and 20% of your salary on savings. And there are a lot more, like there's 20-20-20, there are a lot more. Everything rounding up to 100%. So just learn, watch videos on budgeting, watch videos on saving, watch videos on investing. Yeah, there's this investing. I don't even know much about. I don't even know anything about investing, and I would love to learn. If you have any video or anybody you know that teaches well on investing, please just write on the comment section. I would love it. I would love to learn. So this part of your life also, you're just starting in your 20s. You're just in a career you know nothing about. You don't even know anything about your career. You're just starting. You're just a novice, and then you don't even know how to now climb up in the cadre. You don't know how to climb up. Okay, this is what am I going to do if I get this now? What's the next thing to do? What's the next thing to do? What's the next thing to do? That is where I think you need a mentor. I don't even have a mentor. You need somebody that will guide you on these things in every aspect of your life. I think you need a mentor. But yeah, these are the things that I've just been thinking about. These are things on my mind, and I'm so glad to have shared them with you. Adulthood is hard, life is hard, like a lot of things are hard, but that is the more reason why we need people around us, good people around us, people of good intentions around us. That is why we need them around us. So let us just help each other, help one another, and then life is not going to be so hard. Yeah. So thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you learned one or two things. I hope what I said has guided you in what you need to know about to navigate life in your 20s, in your early 20s. And I just hope that at the end of the day cheers to cheers to a life well lived. Yeah. Thank you for watching. Bye. See you in my next video.